Well. She's gained a couple pounds. Are you pregnant? You know, Kingston's 3.5 now. Don't you think it's time for him to have a sibling? Do you want him to just be an only child? Don't you want any more kids? Tick tock, your biological clock is ticking. You better get a move on this. I mean, don't you want to try for that little girl? Come on now. It's hard hearing those questions. And I know people have good intentions, but it's still hard. And I think people don't realize when they ask those questions, they don't really know what's going on as to why the answers are what they are. So I kind of want to address that in this video because I'm not the only one who deals with stuff like that. There are so many women who deal with, and men who deal with infertility issues that it's ridiculous. It's crazy. And people are so kind of ignorant to them because for a lot of people, it comes very easy for them to be able to have babies. You know, they have sex, they get pregnant, and they have a baby, which is wonderful. That's such a blessing. I'm very happy for them. But then there are people like me who it's not quite that simple. So when people ask questions like that, like, when are you going to get pregnant? You know, you're getting older. Kingston's getting older. Aren't you going to give him a sibling? Sometimes I want to scream out and say, don't you think I want to have a child? If I could just do like this, I would. But I kind of wanted to address this. I'm not angry. Don't worry. I don't have anger issues. I'm not angry about it. But I wanted to talk about it because this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. And I don't understand why. I think it may be shame, embarrassment, or just, people are very private. Which I can respect that definitely. But I wanted to address this because for those who are kind of in the dark to infertility issues, I want to shed some light on it. For myself, I can only speak for myself, my personal experience. It took us 3.5 years to get pregnant with Kingston, and we tried everything. And, it was a very stressful time in our lives. But God also taught us patience and to trust in him, because doctors originally said that we would not be able to get pregnant, we would not be able to have a child, and then God said otherwise and blessed us with Kingston. And we did have to go through in vitro, we went through insemination, a couple different things that we got all these tests run on us, and it was very trying. It was trying on my body. I gained a lot of weight. I was very emotional. I got depressed. And, it was a strain on our marriage because we had just got married. We started trying right away as soon as we got married. And it was just a very difficult time in our lives. But so fast forward, God blessed us with Kingston. It was a wonderful thing. And the thing is, God revealed to me before I even got pregnant that I was going to have a son. He showed me my son in a dream, and he showed me his face. And it wasn't until Kingston was about, I don't know, maybe a couple months old. I can't really remember. When I looked at him one day, and it was just like, that was that face. He looked exactly like the face that I saw in my dream. And so fast forward, to last year or maybe 2 years ago or so, when my husband and I started trying again because we wanted another child. We didn't want Kingston to be an only child. We want him to be a sibling. I wish I could fill this house with a bunch of kids. But it was very difficult once again. And last year, for the last time we went through, in September, we went through in vitro. That was very, very difficult. It was difficult on my body. It was difficult emotionally, mentally, physically. I mean, it was just a very difficult and stressful thing. And we had a couple of our eggs that were frozen, so the doctor used those. We had 2 eggs left. So the doctor said, we're going to use 1 egg and put inside of you and see how that works. And if you get pregnant, then you have this second egg that you could try again. So he put the 1 egg in, and we were very optimistic. But the funny thing is, God never revealed to me that I was going to have a second child. He revealed it to a lot of other people. There are many people throughout this past year have come up to me and said to me that God has told them or showed them, or they see us having a second child. And, I appreciate that. But he never revealed it to me. And although he revealed it to me the first time that I was going to have a child, and specifically a son, and showed my face, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have another child. God doesn't always have to tell us what he's going to do. He doesn't have to tell us anything. So he was gracious to show me, Nicole, you're going to have this son, you're going to have this child. And that happened. This time around, it was so different during that 2 week wait, once you have in vitro, there's a 2 week wait that you have to wait to go back in to see if it actually worked and you actually got pregnant. And it was crazy because during that 2 week wait, I was just like, no. And I knew that I wasn't pregnant. I mean, I felt physically fine. There wasn't any physical reasons why I felt like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get a period. No, it wasn't like that. It was kind of like, just like God was kind of settling me, and it was kind of like a feeling of not now, not now. So I kind of knew like this is not gonna work. So then when we went in, we found out that it didn't work, and then we thought we had one more egg left. Come to find out that egg died off. It didn't make it when they had to. Long story short, they had to defrost it because it was frozen. But the two eggs were frozen together, so they had to defrost both of them together. So one of them they put in me, and one of them they wanted to see if it would live to freeze it again, but it didn't. So it was kind of like we would have to go through the whole process again, the egg retrieval process, and I just really didn't want to do that, and it was very just emotionally draining. So I kind of had to put in my head like, Lord, if Kingston is only going to be an only child, he's enough. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm so thankful that we have Kingston. So it's very hard. And I haven't really told everybody that. So people didn't know. So when people are asking me questions like, why, why, baby number two, baby number two. It's like, listen, guys, I would love to have a second baby, but it doesn't look like that's happening right now. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, because God could just miraculously allow me to get pregnant, without any kind of medical intervention. So I'm not giving up, but, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit to share with you some things that I've been struggling with. And I hope this video helps somebody else, and don't give up hope, and I hope this helps people who don't have infertility treatments to not kind of side eye and question so much people who may not have children, or who you think should have a child right now or should have more children. You don't realize how much it could hurt somebody when you ask those simple questions. And I know it's not ill-intended or anything like that, but just be a little sensitive when you see someone who is of childbearing age or getting up there, and you look at them like, oh, why don't they have children? Oh, they're probably selfish. Oh, you don't want a child, and this and that. Everybody has their own reasons, and if you just don't want children, that's fine too. But it could be very difficult to deal with all those questions, and sometimes I just am asking you guys to learn to be a little bit more sensitive to that. And to those who are going through this, allow yourself to have someone that you can talk to, because a lot of times we hold it in because we're so private and maybe embarrassed and just don't want to share. But you need that outlet. Like, I had people that I could speak to about it because I was very open about it to my friends and my family, and I had people that I could speak to about it, that just helped me, just counseled me through it, and just was a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on. And you need that. So I encourage you to just open up a little bit to those that you trust and speak about it. So that you're not going through this alone, because you're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. And I'm open to answer any questions. If you guys have any questions for me, you can put in the description box. Continue to follow my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Snapchat too, because I'm snapping like every day. I think I'm too obsessed with that. So anyway, I just want to come on here and just talk about a couple deeper issues, issues that are personal to me. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.